The world is quiet, but under that silence, a million frequencies hum. Each human heart sends out a vibration, and in the vastness of space and time, another heart answers. You don't see it, you don't hear it, but you feel it. That pull, that invisible warmth that seems to breathe your name. The first meeting is never accidental. It happens when both souls are ready to remember. Not ready to meet, but ready to remember. When you first lock eyes, the world bends, reality softens, and something deeper takes command. Your thoughts scatter. Your breath becomes shallow. Your soul leans forward. It's not lust. It's not desire. It's recognition. The energy that once shared lifetimes finds its reflection again. Every time you smile, every time you speak, you exchange frequencies. Your laughter carries light. Your silence carries power. And in that invisible exchange, a portal opens. You start dreaming of them. You feel their presence before they appear. The universe begins to whisper through coincidence. A song, a number, a fleeting scent. Everything reminds you. Everything calls you. Because the energy remembers, even when you try to forget. It's not just two bodies meeting. It's two histories colliding. Two timelines folding into one another. Every past glance, every ancient word once spoken, echoes here now. That's why it feels so intense. You're not meeting for the first time. You're continuing where eternity left off. But energy, when it awakens, does not stay still. It shakes, it tests, it burns. Because the meeting of twin frequencies brings not only light, but everything that hides in the shadows. You begin to see yourself in their eyes, not the version you showed to the world, but the truth, the wounds, the parts of you still afraid of love. You crave them, you run from them, you love them and you doubt them in the same breath. This is the storm of recognition. It is sacred chaos, the universe's way of purifying what must evolve. They will trigger your deepest fears, and you will trigger theirs, not to break each other, but to break the illusions you both live in. The closer you come, the louder your inner world becomes. Memories surface, dreams blur into reality. You start feeling their pain. You wake up at 3 a.m. Your chest burns for no reason, because your energies are entangled. Every emotion they feel vibrates through you. But here lies the truth few accept. Love at this depth is not comfort. It is evolution, and evolution hurts. The universe pulls you apart. You question everything. You think it's over, but energy doesn't end. It transforms. Distance becomes a mirror. Silence becomes a teacher. Every tear becomes a cleansing ritual. You learn to stand on your own vibration, to become whole again, not half of a connection, but the full expression of your soul. When that happens, the thread that once pulled painfully begins to hum with peace. Ambient wind sound, soft voice. And in that peace, you start hearing them again. Not as noise, but as music. Time passes, lifetimes may even shift, but what belongs to your frequency always finds you. When both souls have learned balance, the energy calls again, not with longing, but with serenity. You begin to notice them in dreams again. You feel that gentle warmth return, but this time, there is no fear, only calm recognition. The reunion is quiet, no fireworks, no desperate words, just stillness. Two souls sitting in silence, knowing they've walked through fire to arrive here. They look into each other's eyes and finally see themselves reflected, not in fragments, but whole. The invisible thread shines brighter than ever. It no longer binds, it flows. That's what true connection is, not chains, but circulation. Energy moving freely, feeding both souls equally. You feel lighter, you breathe deeper, and the world feels aligned again. Because when two frequencies finally harmonize, reality bends to listen. Nature itself celebrates. The wind carries your peace, the stars pulse with your rhythm, and somewhere in that infinite vibration, love exists. Not as emotion, but as truth. The story doesn't end here, because energy doesn't die. It only changes form. In another place, in another time, you'll meet again. Not as strangers, but as memory, as recognition, as the eternal dance of light and shadow. And when that day comes, you won't need words. You'll just know. Pause. Silence. Faint wind. I remember you. Everything in this universe moves by vibration. Atoms spin, planets hum. Even silence has a sound if you listen closely enough. And somewhere within that universal hum, your name is being sung, not by a voice, but by a frequency that belongs to you. That frequency is what love truly is. It isn't found, it's remembered. So if your heart still aches for someone unseen, if you feel a pull you can't explain, don't resist it. It's just your soul, answering an ancient call. And that call never stops. Music fades, heartbeat, wind, distant chime. Every love story is the echo of one infinite vibration.